Well, let's take a moment and just use these identities that we've just talked about and verify some facts that we're probably already aware of, but I think will be helpful to know. Sine of 30 degrees is equal to 1 half, and tangent of 30 degrees is equal to radical 3 over 3. So how could we use the trigonometric identities and find the given values of these trigonometric functions, ratios, right? Well, sine of theta is equal to 1 over cosine of theta, and cosine of theta is 1 over the sine of theta. So if I use the ratio, the reciprocal identity, 1 over the sine of 30 degrees, it will be exactly the same as cosecant of 30 degrees by my reciprocal identity right there. Well, that's 1 over 1 half. And as we stated earlier, well, that's 2. That makes sense. Cotangent 30 degrees. How about cotangent 30 degrees? Well, the relationship here is that tangent of 30 degrees and cotangent are also reciprocals. So let's see, that would be 1 over the tangent of 30 degrees. So how should that work out? Well, for us, if we took 1 divided by the square root of 3 over 3, we can do a little bit of algebra right here. Take our reciprocal and multiply 3 over the square root of 3, and then rationalize our denominator by multiplying by radical 3 over radical 3. We get 3 times radical 3 over 3, and lo and behold, that's just square root of 3, which we said before was our cotangent of 30 degrees. How about this cosine of 60 degrees, though? Well, this is, again, our cofunction identity, right? The relationship between sine and cosine is equal to the ratio, right? So let's see, cosine of 60 degrees, I'm sorry, is equal to the difference between 90 and theta. So the cosine of 60 degrees will be the same thing as sine of 90 minus 60 degrees. By this identity, this cofunction identity, that's equal to the sine of 30 degrees, and the cosine of 60 degrees, well, that will be equal to the sine of 30 degrees, and that's 1 half. Again, verifying something that we've already known.